I'm in a bit of different setting today. I'm on my sofa, feeling very chilled. I would film a kind of like university third year roundup video because I've had a lot of questions about this, kind of like what to expect from third year, because a lot of people, yeah, like I said, a lot of people asked me to film this because there's a lot of videos done for freshers but not as many for third year. So yeah, I thought I'd just sit down and film it for you. I'm cozy on my sofa, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. So third year is like such a massive range of emotions. I don't think personally it was as bad as people make out. People are kind of like, oh my god, third year, you will die, like you will never go on nights out. And fair enough, I did not go on as many nights out. I think I went out like probably once every 2 weeks. It kind of varied from stage to stage. It depended on my stress levels and how much work I had to do. Whereas Chloe, my best friend at uni, like she would literally go out all the time. I don't know how she managed it. So it kind of just depends on you, like as a person, how much you go out on nights out and stuff. But definitely put your work first. Like don't put the nights out first because it's just not worth it. By then, like you've had 2 years of so much fun in first and second year, well you should have done anyway, and so I feel like you should have had like kind of your blowout time and loads of nights out. So yeah, make sure you are prioritizing your work. But I would say like if you've got a good balance, then you will be able to do a bit of both. So make sure like you are in the library in the morning really early, like you're grafting all day, and then in the evenings you can have it off. When it got to like the really like crunch deadline times, I would be spending like days and nights in the library. But when it's kind of a little bit more chilled, you can just have the days in the library and make sure you're kind of like chilling at night with your friends. Like I would say, being realistic, my friendship group like was very different in third year. Like we didn't really spend as much time together because it was just so different. Everyone was doing their own thing, everyone was very stressed, and it's kind of like you don't really have time, to be honest. And for me, having like extra stuff planned makes my stress levels worse if I'm already stressed, if that makes sense. Like saying yes to plans when I'm stressed just makes me feel like, oh, I just kind of like don't want to do it. So I would say just be mindful of that. Like things might not feel exactly the same as first and second year, but that's so normal because everyone is stressed, everyone's getting on with their own things. But one way that you can like see your friends is like study together. So go to the library together, meet your course mates, go with your housemates to the library, have little study sessions. Quite a lot. I would actually, towards the end of third year, I started working in the kitchen in my house. Not for any reason particularly, but it did mean like I did see my housemates more, and like so I could like chat to them more in the kitchen and stuff when they came in and out. But also make sure for third year you found your like study space and where you study the best. So for me it was the library, but then it changed and I started working in the MB building, which you guys will know from my vlogs, because it was such a nice like airy open space. It didn't stay open as late as the library, so make sure you're like aware of closing times and stuff, but it was just such a nice open airy space. It made me feel chilled, like a lot more chilled than the library did, to be honest, because the library just seemed more manic. Like everyone was like like third year, make sure you are organized, you've got your like place you like to study, and that will all be okay. You've just got to find the right balance. So make sure you're just grafting all day and then you can chill at night and you can go out on the weekends. It's just all about the balance and trying to maintain the balance. So third year the work amps up a lot, and I personally found it a lot harder. I don't know, first semester for me went pretty well, and then second semester let me down. I'm filming a video. Hello, I'm filming a video. So what was I saying? Yeah, the essay questions in second semester just like did me bad. They did me dirty, like they weren't for me. And I found my second semester modules so much harder. So second semester let me down a little bit. I still got 2 on overall, so I was very happy with that. But like if you're just productive and you manage your time wisely, then it's really not that bad. I think everyone just makes it out to be the worst year, and it's still so good. Like in some ways I enjoyed third year the most because I just like come into my own. I was enjoying my course the most. I loved my course third year. It was so good because I also think the more time I was putting into my course, the more I got out of it, the more I enjoyed it. So that is something I would say in third year, just make the most of it, because you'll look back on it and be like, wow, I was so lucky to be able to study something that you like. So yeah, that's a little kind of roundup of third year. Don't be joining any societies, I'd say, in third year, because it just puts extra pressure on you. And if possible, I know it's really easy to say if you don't need to, but if possible, try not to have a job, because it really will put stress on you. But obviously if that's your only way of getting money, then fair enough, because it's got to be done. But yeah, just try and keep any extra stresses. Oh, the weather is gross. Anyway, do expect to cry and do expect to get stressed, because it's really just at some points I was literally sat in the MB building, like I felt hopeless because I just couldn't write this essay. I remember I just couldn't get it out into words, and I knew what I wanted to say, but I just couldn't do it. And make sure you're leaving like weeks and weeks for your essays. I had a lot of deadlines all at once, and so this might make sense, I don't know if it does make sense. I had a lot of essays due in all at once and then an exam further on. So I did the last essay that was due in first to make more time between the middle essay and my exam to revise, if that makes sense. But that it did work, but at the same time for my middle essay I was very rush, but that gave me about 2 weeks to revise for the exam by doing my final essay first. I don't know if that makes sense, but just be really good with your time management and find out what works for you, and you'll be okay. So yeah, I hope all you guys have the best third year. Even though it is hard, make the most of it and do fun things, still go on nights out, and just look forward to like finishing all your deadlines and enjoying a bit of time at uni as well. I would say definitely stay on a few weeks afterwards, after you've finished all your deadlines, just to enjoy life, go out loads with your friends, have fun, go to like the last events and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you have a really good third year, and I wish you the best of luck, because it's scary and it's like deadline time, isn't it, when like you know your degree is coming to the end. I've got my graduation in 2 weeks as well, so hopefully gonna vlog that for you guys if you are interested. I think that'll be a fun little vlog. So yeah, I will see you very soon in my next video. I hope you're enjoying all these university videos. I'm just kind of like pumping them out for you and trying to get them all out so you guys are all kind of like keyed up on what to expect from uni. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Mwah.